we're talking here about a retreat that took place at Esalen, which is a beautiful location, 3.5, 4 hours south of San Francisco on the west coast of the USA. And it was a gathering of very high net worth individuals and brilliant scientists and some inordinately talented people. And yes, Jake and I attended that retreat. And to some degree, I am bound by confidence. But what I can tell you is I witnessed a psionic who I know, a person with alleged psionic abilities, psychic abilities, list them in a group of people, probably 30 or 40 people, go into a deep meditative state. And I just want to say, this person had said to me at 4 p.m. that afternoon, Ross, we're going to see a blue orb tonight. And I kind of giggled nervously. And anyway, what happened was he starts meditating and bing, up on the far horizon over the ocean, these two white orbs, slightly golden at times, they start coming towards us. And I won't embarrass this gentleman, but there's a certain person of extraordinary high wealth and extraordinarily big heart who's yelling at these objects going, we love you, come closer, come closer. And the whole audience, you know, we've all been meditating and being invited to sort of try and psychically connect. And I am a miserable failure of a meditator. If anybody wants to teach me how to meditate, I'd be very, very grateful. But something happened, and I suspect it was our psionic operator who made the connection, because he later indicated to me that in his mind, he was inside that object and he was bringing it towards us. And the audience's loving engagement, and I know this sounds hippie-ish, I'm just telling it like I heard it and saw it. But essentially, the loving engagement with that phenomenon encouraged it to come closer. And they did. They came closer and closer and closer. And I'm not going to give away too much because it's for Alex Clokus and the Skywatcher team to reveal how much they want to reveal, because it's a beautiful story. But basically, I'll tell you this. We were in one part of Esalen, and there were a whole lot of people in the hot springs at Esalen on the other side of the hill. And I'm far too shy as an old guy to go and sit in hot springs with beautiful young women. But there were essentially a bunch of beautiful young people sitting stark naked in these hot springs on the other side of Esalen. And all of a sudden, they see these blue shapes coalescing in front of them. And sure enough, we got images from the hill looking down of a blue orb. A beautiful, at times octagonal-looking blue orb, which kind of hovered near the naked boys and girls in the hot springs, and then it went and landed on the beach. And it was hilarious because I'd said to the lovely young psionic, I'd said to him, well, mate, that was pretty amazing, but I didn't see any blue orb. And he was a bit puzzled. And then literally at the moment that we're talking about the fact that we hadn't seen the blue orb, it turned out it had manifested itself to these beautiful young people on the other side of the hill who were all stark naked and probably, I think, in their naked innocence, more attractive to the phenomenon. I have to admit, I'd be going and having a look at them rather than me and anybody else with clothes on. And it was quite beautiful because these people were all very touched by that experience. And yes, there was a blue orb, exactly as was predicted, that showed itself to all of these people. It was quite beautiful. And yes, it did manifest more overtly because of a loving, welcoming presence, which I find fascinating.